Film and cinema. This is the topic of my ethnographic research. My goal in conducting this research is finding out what about film is different from other media forms, and as a deeper question, can film affect some kind of change in the viewers? Can a film create a change so great that social circumstances are actually changed?
My name's Jen Ferrara, and I'm the founder and executive director of Wide Angle Youth Media. And I founded the organization 7 years ago as a way to provide young people with ongoing media education so they could tell their own stories and make a difference in their communities. Wide Angle was founded on the idea that young people need a place to talk about what matters to them, and that they need the skills to figure out how to do it in a powerful and concise and clear way. There's so many biases and stereotypes and expectations of what Baltimore youth can't do, and we want to spend our time showing them what they can do.
My name is Lyndall Tellington. I've been working with Wide Angle for about 2 years now. I started off as a student, and now I'm passing my skills down to other youth.
I'm Kyle. I have been working with Wide Angle for a long time now. I started the summer before 9th grade, and that was at the Enoch Pratt Library, and then I was with MVP for 4 years all through high school.
There comes a point in almost all of our programs where young people start saying that it's not Wide Angle or I go to this after-school program. It's our after-school program, or we own this program.
We made movies. We had fun. We produced skits. Have a look.
I think the reason why you should get involved with Wide Angle is because they're a group of individuals who are truly dedicated to giving the youth here in Baltimore a chance to talk about something that no one else is talking about. And the answer is really simple. They're talking about themselves.
All right, and what is your name?
My name is John Mann.
And what is your position here at Johns Hopkins?
I'm a senior lecturer in film and media studies.
Okay, thank you very much for doing this. Thank you for taking time out of your day today. My first question is, John, how did you first become interested in the medium of film?
I was your typical high school photographer, the yearbook photographer, and all those things. Then I would go shoot film, usually black and white, then bring it back and process it myself in the lab, in the darkroom, and then make prints from the negatives. And you see this image form, and it was and still is to me miraculous. I really mean that.
What does the medium of film signify to you? Like, what are the possible effects of film on people? What do you think is different about film and video, the image that moves on the screen?
Film spectators formed a kind of community. There was a social aspect to going to see a film. Mm-hmm. And you sat in the dark and you watched these images come to life. I had a student the other day tell me that he prefers to watch films on his cell phone because that way he feels like it's just he's closer to it somehow. It's a one-to-one. There's something lost in losing the social context of sitting with other people to watch a film. And what's lost is the sharing of that magic. Even people talking and their cell phones going off, it's still a social experience that I think is lost.
And what is your major here at Johns Hopkins?
My name is Janice Duncan, and I am a film and media studies major.
How did you, as a Johns Hopkins film and media student, first become interested in the medium of film?
I think I've always been interested in film. Ever since I was a little kid, I don't know, it's been something that's always been a part of my life. It was the way that my family sort of communicated. We ate dinner and we watched a movie together. So it was sort of a communal experience. I remember the first movie that I completely fell in love with. It was Ghost. But that was a movie that I really, really enjoyed, and it was just something that we did as a family. So.
What do you think the difference is between the documentary film and the entertainment film, the Hollywood-made film?
The documentaries have become almost performance art. You need to understand that to a great degree, documentary makers, myself, when I was doing it, it's a way for me to come to understand home and homelessness. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's not going to do much for their lives. At the end of the day, you can make all the documentaries you want about homelessness, and it's probably not going to affect the condition at all.
As a follow-up to that question in relation to wide-angle youth media, where they do try to make social commentary on situations in their lives, what is your opinion of such work? What effect do you think it can have?
I think, let me be clear, I think where the real potential for what you're talking about with this wide angle is, I think that making documentaries, particularly if you're someone who's making a documentary and these people you're talking about are they themselves are in dire straits, right? Mm-hmm. So the notion of making a documentary from that perspective for the documentary maker becomes a form of empowerment for them. Then they can start to think about their situation and articulate the severity of it in ways that haven't been possible before. It doesn't make them less a victim. They're still a victim, but it makes them more aware of it. Not that they sure as hell aren't aware of it, but it's a way for them to think about it, and a way for them to present it's a way to distance themselves from their own impoverishment, and I mean that metaphorically, and to somehow think about it, somehow come to terms with it. That is a powerful tool. I'm less optimistic about the results of films made with that purpose. I'm less optimistic about films that have some notion of transforming society for the audiences than I am for the documentary makers.
The creative expression of wide-angle youth media's films. Wide-angle youth media is a company in Baltimore that allows Baltimore youth to be their own filmmakers and create media based on their own experiences or some of the struggles they're facing being a youth in the city of Baltimore. And their videos focus on things such as gang participation, hunger, just all of the different social issues that affect them on a daily basis. And I was wondering what your opinion of such videos are. Do you think it's valuable? And do you think it's valuable to the viewer of these films as well? Do you think that the viewer can get some sort of social inertia out of such films?
I think it's valuable, if only for one reason, if only for the exposure of the ideas of those kids and what they see important in the world or what they see important around them, and just having a place where they can sort of express themselves and their ideas and have people actually watch and care about them, like having people actually care about something that you say or that you're interested in producing is